Imhotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of law. We are 4dterminator.com, America's only 4D education service. Thank God I'm not a lawyer. Thank God this is not a law firm. We don't advocate that you don't support your human offspring. We simply advocate you made them in private, take care of them in private. Gentlemen, there's a cancer that plagues this country, and it's called Title 4D crime family. They have enslaved your mind, and now they have enslaved your body. And if you die, they will have enslaved your soul. You can defeat these people by simply asking them to stop violating and depriving you of your rights. Okay? Today, we're going to talk about your rights. Article 1, Section 1, Bill of Rights, Inherent Rights of Mankind. You were born with rights, gentlemen. All right? And today, we're going to discuss your rights so you can go and exercise them. All right? Number 1, Article 1, Article 1, Bill of Rights, Inherent Rights of Mankind. All men are born equally free and independent and have certain inherent and indefeasible rights, among which are those of enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, protecting, and protecting your property and reputation, and pursuing privacy, safety, and your happiness. Those are your rights. Those are inherent and inalienable rights, gentlemen. All right, I'm going to show you what all these words mean so you realize exactly how much power that you have to order the 4D crime family to stop encroaching upon your rights. Your rights are indefeasible, that which cannot be defeated, revoked, or made void. This term is usually applied to an estate or right which cannot be defeated. Black's Law's Dictionary. Your rights are inalienable, not subject to alienation, the characteristic of those things which cannot be bought or sold or transferred from one person to another, such as rivers and public highways and certain personal rights. These personal rights are your inalienable and inherent, indefeasible rights. Your rights are inherent and authority possessed without it being derived from another. A right, ability, or faculty of doing a thing without receiving that right, ability, or faculty from another. All right, this is also known as power, the right, ability, or faculty of doing something. Gentlemen, you have the power to terminate 4D services. It is your right. It is an inalienable right. It is an indefeasible right. It is your inherent right. What is a right? All right, concrete sense, a power, privilege, faculty, or demand inherent in one man and incident upon another. All right, that means you can sue the 4D crime family for infringing upon your rights. Rights are defined generally as, again, power of free action. You have the power, you have the right to not associate with the 4D crime family. You have the right to protect your honestly acquired income. You have the right to privacy. These are powers, gentlemen, and you're not exercising them. I'm powerful because I exercise my rights. Okay? You are free, right? Not subject to the legal constraint of another. Unconstrained, having the power to follow the dictates of your own free will. Not subject to the dominion of another. Not compelled to involuntary servitude, enjoying all full civic rights. Gentlemen, why do you have a 4D issue? If you're free, you're not subject to the 4D crime family. 4D crime family is a partnership, an association of a business for profit that sells collection services to customers. All right? It's an instrumentality of the federal OCSS within the United States Department of Health and Human Services. The United States is foreign to your state. Your state is foreign to the United States. All states are corporations, and the United States, as in the District of Columbia, is a corporation. Okay? You are independent. You are not dependent, not subject to control, restriction, modification, or limitation from a given outside source. Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. I did a video a few days back about non-custodial, the wage withholding against non-custodial pay rents. All right, and I clearly showed you it says that non-custodial pay rents wages are subject to wage withholding. Okay? Stop being a non-custodial pay rent. It's time for you to be a man. You have to exercise your rights, gentlemen. If you don't, you're going to lose them. That's why you have the problem. You're in fear. Oh man, I'm going to go to jail. They're going to suspend my license. They're going to suspend my CDL. It's always, you're always worried about what they're going to do instead of freeing yourself. Let me tell you something, fellas. All right, you want to stage a coup, it's going to have to be some blood somewhere. Not that kind of blood. All right, paperwork. All right, but you have to engage in battle. Why wouldn't you engage them in battle? We can show you how to dodge every motion that they throw at you to dismiss your claims, all right, because they use the same one. And they can't dismiss the fact that you have these rights. Now, I'm reading from the Constitution, all right? Now, as in any law, I'm going to use this, expressio unius est exclusio alterius. I tell you this all the time. Expression of one thing is the exclusion of another. So, within this paragraph and the inherent rights that you have, this excludes non-custodial payrents. They don't have rights. They are property to be disposed of as the owner sees fit. 20 CFR 422-103D. Okay? It is not free. It is not independent. All right? So, when certain persons or things, men, are or non-custodial parents are specified in a law or contract, Title 4D, or will, and intend to exclude all others, Genesis 1 and 26, man, who is by nature equally free and independent, from its operation is inferred. All right? Title 4D does not pertain to you as a man. You keep voluntarily participating in that business for profit. You keep waiving your right to not associate with a business for profit. Why would you want to associate with somebody who's destroying you and enslaving you? Huh? Separating you from your human offspring. Putting the division between you and the concubine who bore that offspring. Y'all might have had a chance to get it together. All right? But it doesn't matter. All right? It ain't her, it's them. My other favorite is expressio unius persons est exclusio alterius. Again, the mention of one person, non-custodial payrents, is the exclusion of Genesis 1 and 26, Article 1, Section 1, man, by nature, equally free and independent. Okay? It's that simple. One of my thirds, inclusio unius est exclusio alterius. Same thing. The inclusion of one is the exclusion of another. Now, I use this when I want to prove that there is no judge and there is no court order for Title 4D. Simply put, I would use New Jersey. I believe New Jersey's Constitution, Article 5, Section 1 is the judicial branch. Okay? And within the judicial branch, it tells you in the Constitution that the Constitution vests judicial power in that court. Okay? Where does it say a 45 CFR 302.34 contract vests power? It doesn't. So a contractor is anyone who enters into a contract. Those judges enter into a contract, and by doing so, they succeed to the status of contractor. Now that they're contractors, they no longer have the constitutionally authority to do anything to you. They're just making it look like that. How can a judge who swears an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the state of New Jersey or any other state and the Constitution for the United States of America, right? How can he be on that oath and then in the same office sit there and perform 4D functions for a business for profit in return for payment and then call that judicial? All right. So the mention of the inclusion of a judge in Title 4D is the inclusion of a contractor in Title 4D is the exclusion of a judge. All right. The certain designations of contractors is absolute exclusion of all other judges. Right here. Okay. Now, so you can interchange this as much as you need. But look at it like this. When it comes to Title 4D program, the business for profit, all right, it only infers or gives reference to non-custodial payrents, who by 42 USC 666A3C is positively identified by a social security card pursuant to 20 CFR 422-103D is property. Okay? So How they enforce Title 4D is under 45 CFR 302.17. Now, check this out. Inclusion of state statutes. Foremost, gentlemen, the state did not have its own statutes. The state, when it voluntarily participated and it went to a contract with the federal government, all right, and administer a business plan in return for payment from the federal government, all right, it waived all of its rights. Okay? It waived every last one. It's no longer sovereign. Okay? It's done. It's under a contract and it's performing under a business plan. So the business plan shall provide, shall is mandatory, provide a copy of state statutes. So these state statutes, the states were required to adopt federal Title 4D statutes in order to obtain federal funding. Okay? So they have statutes that mirror these federal, Title 4D statutes. Now, the beauty of it is it works on your behalf because Title 42 of the United States Code, which houses the Social Security Act, was never enacted into positive law. So they have non-positive law titles that mirror non-positive federal law titles in the state. Okay? So, or regulations promulgated pursuant to such statements and having, here it is, the force of law that provide procedures to enforce support obligations. Number one, there is the only support obligation that they're talking about is for the benefit of the public treasury and the taxpayer, because it surely ain't for children. Blessings versus Freestone. Okay, what is the force of law? The force of law, gentlemen, it's coercion. All right, if you don't do this, we're going to punish you. That's all it is. The force of law raises a fundamental question: what is the nature of the force underlying legal authority? All right, this is a Professor Frederick Schauer. I love his work. All right, it's based on sanction-based coercion. That's how Title 4D operates, sanction-based coercion. Problem, okay, you got it up here. You got to get it out of here, and you got to get it up in here, baby. All right, these people are violating you. They are violating you. They don't even look at you as men. They don't treat you as men. And you're going to let them treat you like that? Huh? You're going to let them enslave you? When did you ever go to court and change your name to non-custodial parent? Don't you have to file an application in the court to legally change your name? Yes, you do. When did you change your name? Wow, so the 4D crime family got you so scared they even changed your name. What's your name? Toby. That's what they did. Okay? They changed your name. And you keep falling for it by accepting their mail. Paying them. Okay? They're garnishing your wages? Okay, overstood. Find the hustle, make your money on the side until you can get these people beat. They ain't worked a day for $1 in your pocket. I'm the Ahmed Osiris, folks. Like and subscribe. Bang my email if you'd like to take a class or if you're in need of a consultation at hathorsehk at gmail.com. If you want to donate, it's Cash App, $destroyer4d. All right, check us out on Facebook. All right, and I'm not stopping until these people are done, folks. All right, learn your rights, live your rights, be what you were created to be. All right, if God created man in his image and likeness, doesn't that make you a God? I'm the God of law. All right, I'm not made in the image and likeness of a slave or all right, or some private business's hoe. I am by nature equal, free, and independent. I am the God of law. All right. Tell Title 4D crime family to stop doing what they're doing. If they don't stop doing what they're doing within 24 hours, all right, you sue them in federal court. You need help? Contact me. I'll show you how to take it to them. Hotep.